welcome. And as Pierre tried to get the NDP to vote non-confidence in Trudeau and call a carbon tax election, though it did fail, it showed NDP voters their true colors, and it showed Trudeau to the world as not trustworthy.
So let's talk about, the last couple of days in Ottawa, the confidence motion you were trying to get passed over the carbon tax. We know you want to spike the tax, spike the hike and axe the tax. We know that's your plan here, and that didn't quite work in Ottawa in the last couple of days. But what would a conservative environmental plan look like? We know what you don't want in terms of the carbon tax, but what do you want to see to deal with climate change?
Well, we do want to axe the tax because it's not working. It's after 8 years of Trudeau, everything costs more. Work doesn't pay, housing costs have doubled, and now he wants to hammer us with an April Fool's Day, joke's on you, carbon tax hike of 23% as part of a plan to quadruple the tax, which is going to drive, it's going to kill jobs, it's going to force seniors to choose between eating and heating. And so we moved a non-confidence motion to force a carbon tax election so Canadians can decide. We think that lowering the cost of alternatives is better than raising the cost of traditional energy we still need. We did green projects like nuclear power, hydroelectricity, tidal wave power, carbon capture and storage, so that Canadians have an abundant supply of affordable, emissions-free electricity and power. So again, here's the choice. Do you want to raise the cost of traditional energy we still need, like gas and home heating, or do we want to lower the cost of low-emitting alternatives? And I believe in the latter. That's common sense.
Trudeau is going to fail in the next election, and Pierre has some good ideas that might come to fruition. More and more people under Trudeau keep getting busted. For example, CERB employees taking money from the government while they're still employed. Some of us didn't have that freedom. So we watched this senator attack Trudeau over his failures.
As of September 2022, the Canada Revenue Agency and the Department, Employment and Social Development Canada, had identified employees that had claimed COVID-19 benefits, unquote. When MPs questioned officials from these two federal government entities which ran the CERB program about this last week, they were informed that 49 employees at the Employment Department were fired for claiming the benefit for themselves. The tax agency official would not state how many cases of employee CERB fraud had occurred at that government agency, saying only that it was, quote, not many.
And as you can see, we find more federal servants that needed to either resign or have been fired for claiming CERB while working for the government. A bunch of frauds working for Trudeau. Just in case you're wondering who is in charge of all this, well, it's this person. I'm sure she's very professional at her job. I'm sure the dog does a great job too. But back to the carbon tax. As we have, the government is afraid there will be an anti-carbon tax protest on April 1st, and they're worried it can snarl holiday traffic. I wonder if this has anything to do with Niagara preemptively calling in a state of emergency. I honestly think it does. Though they might not be going to Niagara region, it's a big area. And well, they love to take a control and abuse their powers when they can, so why not? We got some F Trudeau protests going on, as you can see here. Lots of these kind of protests going on lately, of course, due to the issues going across in this Middle East. Lots and lots of that going on. And here's another one with an interesting perspective.
Hey, Casey here. The group of Palestinian protesters has taken Wellington Street, setting off smoke bombs. They've got sound systems and scaffolding in the street here now.
They truly, truly dislike our government. Because they are not condemning what's happening over there. And accepting it, allowing it, which is not good. But in other news, we have 400 sellouts which have now called out Daniel Smith in an open letter denouncing anti-trans policies. I just call them sellouts at this point. But then that's all for today. You've been served. You can look into all this stuff as well yourself, but if you want more information, let me know in the comments below. Like, comment, and subscribe to this video. You've been served.